Well, it's still a very active scene here, Roseanne, but what I can tell you right now is this is the car that was rear-ended right here. It's on the tow truck. It was rear-ended by this car right here. That's what officials tell us, that eventually crashed into this store. This is the Learning World. I'm here at Pensacola Beach. I'm on the end of the pier now, and you can see some of the damage. This rail has been knocked off, and it's laying on the ground right here. And then if you take a look up here, there's a hole. And you can see the water, and the waves are actually getting pretty close up here. So you'd have to be really careful walking on this pier right now. But we just got word that the suspect is in custody without incident, and we are still here. It's still a very active scene. If you guys want to take a look down the street, that's actually Fernwood Street.
News 5's Bryant Clerkley has more from the scene.
I'm here on East Oakfield Road and Woodley Drive, where the Florida Highway Patrol says a motorcyclist ran into a tree. Now, I did see crews removing the motorcycle when I got here. The Florida Highway Patrol says that this accident was fatal. And this is all the information that they have right now, and we will continue to update everyone on our website, WKRG.com, and during the newscast when we get more details. In Escambia County, I'm Bryant Clerkley, News 5. Now, police say that they still don't know how U.S. Marshals tracked down Marquise Wallace, but they do know he was in the Philadelphia area for about a month. And we spoke with a relative that lives right in this area who says that she feels like they're one step closer to justice.
Well, we've been going through a whole lot, and we're just, happy and everything about him being captured. And like I said, it wasn't going to do no good of running.
This is a photo of Wallace after he was taken into custody by U.S. Marshals. Police say Wallace was staying in Philadelphia with a relative. Wallace is accused of hitting and killing 8-month-old Niaria Baldwin and 28-year-old Nefertaria Williams back in June here on Cervantes Street. Police say Wallace was going over 90 miles per hour at the time. Brizinda Mitchell is Williams' grandmother and says she's happy that Wallace will finally pay for this crime.
He haven't did any time. He needs some time to let her see how it feels to be out there. Out there in prison, I'm talking about. 2 other men were arrested in connection with helping Wallace, Tadrian Rushing last month and Ali Freeman last week. Still, Mitchell says she does not think Wallace is remorseful. Because he have got away with a lot of things already. And this here was just like a murder. Somebody, you have to apprehend them and stuff. You got to hunt them down like a dog.
It was amazing, Roseanne. I've never seen a show like that. I've never seen those types of maneuvers, and the crowd had a lot of energy. And people are so excited for this show, they're even camping out on Pensacola Beach tonight to get the best spot.
It makes me feel very emotional. I just love the military and these guys because they're just awesome.
Today, people packed Pensacola Beach to see the Blue Angel dress rehearsal. You could see the Blue Angels flying together at times, then splitting up to do different maneuvers.
It's exciting, it's exhilarating, you never know what's going to happen, the dangers involved, the close maneuvers when they're together, it's incredible how close they get.
It's not just tourists and residents excited about the Blue Angel Air Show. Businesses say this is the biggest weekend of the summer. Over at the dock, they are preparing to be packed on Saturday.
It's probably 50% above the top where we normally do. We're usually real busy anyway, but the Blue Angels increase it substantially.
Well, Mel, this is the memorial right here that organizers set up for 9-year-old Derica Lindsay. Students and their parents brought balloons and flowers to celebrate the young girl's short life. Christine Bellis wanted to organize a memorial for 9-year-old Derica Lindsay.
Here, the body of Derica will rest.
Lindsay died when authorities say her older cousin, Veronica Posey, allegedly sat on her. Bellis says her daughter was good friends with Lindsay. She says initially, Lindsay was buried with no priest or flowers.
She deserves this. And for people to put her in the ground like she didn't matter, and they didn't want people to know about it.
Carol Clark says her granddaughter was good friends with Lindsay as well, and she just wanted to come pay her respects.
I loved Derica, even though it was a short time that I knew her, and she should not be forgotten. She was a gift to us.
Lindsay's cousin, Veronica Posey, faces a murder charge. Lindsay's adoptive parents, James and Grace Smith, face aggravated manslaughter charges.
Give all of us courage. Help us in our pain and grief.
Bella says her heart is broken because this hits so close to home.
I have a daughter, and they've been in class together, and my daughter's adopted.
News 5's Bryant Clerkley joins us live from UWF to tell us more about their inspiring story. Bryant?
That's right, Roseanne. Charlie and Sheila Pritchett are the oldest students here at UWF. They are 92 and 82 years old, and today they started their 40th class.
Okay. And we finally got up our courage because I think as you're older, you're afraid you're going to be embarrassed when you're there at school.
Charlie and Sheila Pritchett have been married for over 50 years.
We're both sitting in the classroom and we keel over, and that's it. Now that's the way to go.
And today they're starting their sociology class at UWF.
Sheer delight.
And you know, students almost always will cut class. We don't, and so that's the reason I think that the teachers really appreciate our being there, because we could be at home rocking in the rocking chair, but here we're coming to listen.
The couple says they've been taking one class each semester for 18 years. They do not get graded, nor do they have to pay for the class. They say they loved college when they earned their degrees years ago, and they just want to continue learning.
What else would we do? I mean, we could just sit here very sensibly and we could read all the books that we have read. But what do you do after all that?
And the Pritchetts say they take a lot away from the students.
You're around these young folks, and it gives you a great deal of hope for this country when you see some of the really smart kids that are right there.